What up, D-League? We are getting towards mid-season and the race for the playoffs is far from defined. Some of us keep falling towards the bottom while others are clinging to the top for dear life. Let's take a look at how I did last week in picks, right after a word from our sponsor. What up, Deja Vu? Hot 2 and 3. Boo! Nate got back to his losing ways. Jamie's an unreliable cunt. And I clearly can't be trusted. Outside of that, it was a pretty stellar week. Sound familiar? Jamie did some work on the poll, if you know what I mean. So let's take a look.
I'm a man.
First poll we're going to take a look at is how Jamie should spend his time waiting for the next win. Clearly, it's that he needs to make more polls. That way I can keep playing his intro. Duh. Next poll is on how long it'll take Colin to trade his newly acquired first rounder from Adam. As of this moment, he currently hasn't traded it, but I'm sure it won't be much longer. My guess is we'll see who has the famous combo of a big name with limited ability. Carson Palmer comes to mind. Next poll we take a look at who got the better end of one of Colin's genius trades. We'll get to you soon, Colin. The last poll in a crazy week of trades, Colin actually did something right. Granted, he did it by picking on the special kid. Colin landslide this poll in this trade. Now let's take a look at those trades from last week. Alright, let's take a look at my favorite trade from last week. Colin basically thinks he gave up a third rounder for Steven Jackson. The way I see it is he gave up a first round pick for a back who's on the decline and often injured, who's not going to help that much as he pushes his chances at a first rounder off until 2014. He's still likely going to have to wait another 2 to 3 years after that for that player to develop. Now, if Steven Jackson helps him limp into the playoffs, then it all might be worth it. Sometimes I think Colin gets his trade advice from the black C-3PO.
Hey man, pick up that dude, man. He's gangster. On the real, though. Yeah, take his ass away. He's terrible. But that other one, dude, man, he'll murder somebody. I seen him do it. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, killer. Oh, I don't want to fuck with you.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, we gonna murder these people when they sleeping, okay? Don't forget, I'll give you my signal later. I want you to spring up and be like, bah!
Let's take a look now at the next trade that Colin did. When I first saw the post on Facebook, it said that Colin had sent Nate a third rounder and he had received a second rounder. What's scary is that I wasn't really sure that there was more to this trade, given the two that were involved. Luckily though, Colin attempted to make up for his stupid trade by ending up making a good one. Everybody knows the French can't be trusted. Colin moved Garçon for a possible breakout candidate in Lloyd, and he also gets a second round pick out of the deal. As much as it pains me to say it, good job, Colin. Now go give away Adam's first round pick. The last trade we'll bring to you is a Jamie and Travis trade. Travis made a move for the third piece of his retarded Triforce by bringing on Ryan Terrain. In return, Jamie gets to swap crappy second round picks for good second round picks the next couple of years. This is a good move for Jamie, who keeps finding creative ways to stick it in Trav. Let's take a look now at our interview with Dan. Dan, welcome to our show. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I mean, I have the youngest team, and let me check the standings. I don't really check these things. I also have the best team. So yeah, I'm doing very well, cocksuckers.
All right, let's jump right into the questions. First one's going to be, how does it feel to almost drop 20 points on our league champion, basically without a second running back, and remain undefeated?
How does it feel? Seriously though. The instant he started Ryan Terrain, I knew I'd win. It's like Mike Tyson, you know. He knew he would win a fight during the pre-fight stare down. He'd stare that guy across in the ring and stare him deep into his eyes. And if the guy looked away even for a second, that flinch, Tyson knew he would win. Starting Ryan Terrain, Total flinch. I knew it was over. You know, thinking of playing me and Megatron, Jamie's balls pinched up and ascended into his body. His wiener went back inside of him like a startled turtle at the mere thought of our matchup. You know, leading up into our matchup the entire week, I'm sure he couldn't pee straight, and Kylie certainly didn't get any.
There's seriously something wrong with you. All right, next question. Who's cockier at 3-3? Jamie or James?
I'd have to say Jamie. Despite being a chicken shit, gutless invertebrate, he is an all-around sports junkie and former sports writer. So I guess he has some right to talk. James? James is just an abortion of a human being. He doesn't count. Doesn't count.
That is true. James is an abortion. All right, next question. What's it like to have your own in-league farm team?
I think a better question is, Dan, how does it feel to take the team that finished dead last in 2009 and turn it into a juggernaut of unstoppability-ness that it is now? Oh, feels fucking great. Thanks for asking, ass bitch. You know what it takes? It takes a keen eye for talent. It takes a sloth-like patience, and might take a little bit of incredible stubbornness to hold on to roster trash like Willis McGahee until they bloom.
Don't think I didn't notice that you dodged the question about Nate. All right, recently Colin dropped Troy Polamalu. As a fellow Samoan, do you feel obligated to go pick him up and add him to your roster?
Oh, a minority joke. I get it. That's racist. I mean, Riri, Troy Polamalu isn't even Asian. Hadouken! Hadouken!
Alright, so have you already begun scouting places inside the apartment to prominently display the trophy whenever you win it? I hope Kate does not shun it the same way that Kylie has.
No need. The trophy will always be on the move, as I fully intend for it to be partially lodged in one of my orifices at all times. I know. That sounds kind of gross, right? Well, the trophy's going to be mine every year from now on, so I figured you shitfucks wouldn't mind. Right? Boys? Ooh.
Well, thanks, Dan, for a very entertaining interview. We're going to take a look now at our Rapist of the Week.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Woo. Let's get it on.
Alright, our Rapist of the Week this week is James. James' luck does continue. Not only did he beat Colin, he stuck it to him for 28.30 points. Secretly, though, Colin loved it. Let's take a look now at our biggest loser.
Bitch, I'm about to ball this.
I have an IQ of 48 and am what some people call mentally retarded.
He was retarded.
I'm a driver, I'm a winner. Things are gonna change, I can feel it.
Only reason I'm crying is because of the adrenaline.
Our biggest loser this week is Jamie. Not only did he face a very beatable Dan team who only put up enough points to beat two other teams in the entire league, but Jamie barely scraped together 76.22 points. What makes it worse is he let James pass him in the standings. It's pretty much worse than when Peter Griffin hung out with Anne Frank. Let's take a look now at our previews. Alright, first up we got Mind Grapes taking on KC Reunited. Welcome to our Toilet Bowl matchup of the week, right out the gate. Well, if I'm going to beat Sean, this is the best week for it. I'm catching Brady and Stevie Johnson both on a bye. Unfortunately, I'm not catching Mendenhall and Rice on a bye, though. Heck, even Cutler's projected to outscore Rivers. Hopefully Colston vs. Indy will pay off, though. And a healthy Miles Austin could keep me afloat in this matchup. With Lloyd shipping out of town, we'll see how Eric Decker holds up for Sean. He's also going to try and capitalize on the Andre Johnson injury by starting not one, but two Houston players this week. I'm pretty much in for a leg beating, though, once we get to running back. McCoy's on a bye this week. Wells isn't going to be able to do it alone. He's going to need help from Maurice Morris, who I'm starting this week. Yeah, that Maurice Morris. In a battle of tight end failures this year, Keller's going to be taking on Dallas Clark. Basically, this should be a seesaw battle of terrible fantasy football play. What's sad is I'm going to pick Sean to win this because clearly I can't trust myself. Alright, next up we have Rainbow Warriors taking on Multiple Scoregasms. Welcome to our marquee matchup of the week. It's a tale of two best friends from different sides of the track. It's cute, really. One's battled his way up from the bottom, the other one's on a rapid decline with a 3-game losing streak. Both of them meet in the middle at 3-3. The bad news for Dave, though, is that he's taking a bye-week beating. He's going up against an almost full-strength roster for Jamie, though. This week, Cammy's going to take on Breeze in a terrible Indianapolis defense. He's going to start a hobbled Roddy White, along with Greg Little and Doug Baldwin, if that gives you a hint on how he's doing there. They're going to take on Jennings, Williams, and the Beast without a quarterback. At running back, you got AP and AF taking on Turner, and wait for it, Jackie Battle. Jamie spends his days and nights defending Jackie Battle. As much as I want Jamie to lose here, sanity has to prevail. With Dave taking such a beating on the buys, there's no way I can pick him. So unfortunately, I'm going to pick Jamie to win. Next up we have Blackbeard's Delight taking on Seppuku. This is one of my favorite D-League grudge matches. It's not quite the boxing match that Jamie and Sean is. It's more like a tripping contest. This week Rape Slinger takes on Matt Ryan. Both of these two have been highly unpredictable this year. Wallace, Holmes, and Bolden take on Bo and the crappy side of the Green Bay receiving core. Quick, name 3 good receivers in Green Bay that Rodgers likes to throw to. Alright, Adam's starting the other 2. He's going to use the same strategy that he used against me. Sit back and pray that one of these two is going to catch a long bomb and save his ass. Travis made his move on Ryan Terrain and now he gets to start his ass this week. So probably look for Hightower to have a breakout week. Starks is going to try and keep up with Sproles, and he's going to be hoping that Baltimore can slow down MJD. Graham vs. Indy could be scary though. It's actually going to be a pretty close call between the two of these guys. But Adam, I'm going to need you to step it up this week because I'm picking you to win. Alright, next up we have Team Disenfranchised taking on the Rare Treats. The Cupcake Fistfucker's back again this week. He's going to be taking on Nate. He's bringing Romo to the dance to take on Aaron Rodgers, who's likely going to brutalize Minnesota. If your name starts with S, James will likely start you at receiver. This week his 3 shitty S's are going to take on a squad from Nate that's probably the shittiest squad that's ever been projected to beat them. He's bringing Nate Washington, Garcon, and more. The best catch made by any of these receivers will probably be AIDS. At running back, we have Mark Ingram and DeMarco Murray, a couple of real good first-round picks. They're going to be putting their value to the test against Sean Green and Marshawn Lynch. Fuck, man, I keep forgetting Marshawn Lynch is even playing football. With that said, Nate's still actually projected to beat James. As much as I love seeing James cry, I don't think Nate can live up to this projection and win this week. And last but not least, we have Good as Gold taking on Mavericks. Ah, Colin, it's so cute when you try. Colin will be trying out some of his new toys this week. No, not anal beads, but close. He'll be starting Josh Freeman and Brandon Lloyd. They'll get a real nice welcoming gift taking on Stafford, Dez, Calvin Johnson, and Fitz. McFadden versus Kansas City, though, could be big. I'm not even sure Oakland's going to throw one pass this week, so I pretty much expect for Darren McFadden to have a big day. If he doesn't, that's pretty much it for Colin. Dan's going to be starting Forte and some piece of roster trash named Willis McGahee. In the end, a Vickless Colin is probably also a winless Colin. I guess Dan's just going to have to wait till week 9 to take his first loss of the season.
Wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for us this week. Tune in next week. Same fat time, same fat